I know I need to say something, and I don't know what to say, so I'm writing more about Metal Earth, trying to figure out more about the outline. Here's what it kind of looks like. Hold on. I'm struggling to make this beginning, and I don't know what to do. Shut up. I write character descriptions as well, and I'm terrified to show anybody. Example, Tom. Simple information. Nothing that'll make you high, but it's something. And I have this for all of my characters, yay! I have the main lore behind what makes this world different from the real world, since it's more of a realistic-esque fiction, I guess. I have a whole bestiary of monsters in here. Item list. I already have all of our main locations set. I've written and thought a lot about the antagonists, and I'm thinking more of really trying to call them antagonists instead of villains. For a second, I didn't know what Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was doing in my story, but now I do. It's probably not his name. Whatever, that's his name now if it isn't. I don't care. Favorite part of writing this entire thing is probably, or one of my favorite parts is gonna be the monsters. One of the monsters in the book is just a deer. It's if deer had like really long legs with like basically spider legs. A deer walking around with like super long, like 8 legs like a spider. And I can imagine it's like its legs like twisting around trees. It's hard to say without making me look crazy. And its legs are like super jointed. Like it has like maybe like 10 like different joints or knees. And it just like bends around stuff in order to move around. Then there's just water. Or not really. I really like novels or stories in general with a good group of antagonists or villains instead of just the one. And I have that in this story. 2 characters. The main cast is all teenagers. The antagonists are adults. Here's one of them. Abigail Haisha, kind of what I think she'd look like. I wanted a more like, with this suit, I wanted, with Abigail's suit, I wanted it to be kind of like Samus. If you just see them like just standing there, you'd think it's some like big bulky dude. Then they take their helmet off and it's a woman with long, luscious blonde hair. I wanted that level of like characterization for Abigail. She's just this like slender woman in this thick like suit. Somebody heading into a horde of zombies with a sledgehammer would put on. And as I mentioned previously, one of my characters is pretty much just The Rock. I also included superhumans into the story. I know it sounds like Ooh, what do you have in your story next?
Trampoline that eats children and laughs in the parents' faces as it does it?
No. Maybe in my next novel, I don't know. Entire main cast, everybody's a superhuman. There are also monsters in the world. Superhumans and monsters. That's the thing about Metal Earth. Never, the main character from my first video on this channel, is a monster. The rest of the main cast from our party is all superhumans. And we live in a society where superhumans and monsters are shunned by society because society is crumbling apart. What I imagine is that in the story, the entire country that the story takes place in is nearly completely vacant because everybody migrated overseas. And that's partially, well, that's what our characters are trying to do. They're trying to get overseas. Everybody has their own reason. A lot of the group has a uniformed reason I'm not going to spoil. And yes. My template for making characters is just this, a fill in the blank. And this is useful for a lot of my different projects. It is the next day. But yeah, this is it anyway, so bye.